are out here chilling, literally, figuratively. We're gonna throw the cover on this thing here. The wind seems like it wants to blow a little bit. Uh, just out here working on some chores, which includes I got some burning I'm behind on, so I figured while I'm out here, come out live with you guys. We got some stuff in the greenhouse. The chicks, I've got a few things I got to work on with the chicks just for their run. They're really not. My chickens are not happy right now, as you can see, as you can imagine, with all the snow everywhere. So, been doing a little bit of that there as well. But yeah, today's just kind of a chill stream. I thought I'd come on for a little bit and just kind of chat it up with everybody. But I've got as happens this time of year, we've got a few things we've got to take care of. I'm no different than anyone else. We've got some chores to do. And in this case, we've got, burn barrel business, which is always good, especially when it's cold out here. We can come out and stay warm, right? At least get a little bit of warmth here. And this is typically, I save this until this first batch, really, per se, until we get snow on the ground. And for all the reasons, for those that follow here pretty consistently, I've got every possible leaf in the town is hidden behind all of that snow over there. So I really don't like to run this burn barrel for those reasons, for obvious reasons, right? Again, we get leaf pile decides to blow up and be burning. That's no good for anybody, especially considering I have those leaf piles there for compost. So we want to make sure we're taking care of them. But it's good to have everybody in here. Hopefully, all had a good holiday. For those that those in the U.S. who had Thanksgiving, we had a good one here. I had way too much to eat. I didn't get, so one thing is I made blueberry crisp for the first time, right? And I'd never made that before. I didn't get to have any. It was so good. Everybody else finished it before I even had a chance to get to it while I was busy cooking everything else. Go figure. But that's all right. That's what the holidays are for. Ate a little bit too much, getting back on the Ryan watching his weight bandwagon here. So it's always good. So hopefully you all had a good holiday. We are definitely in the throes of snow here, though. Like, it's cold. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, you can just tell. If you go back just one stream ago, my last live stream I think I really had, it was 50 degrees out here, and we were living our best life. And so what a difference a week makes, right? But it's that time of year. We're almost into December. It should be cold. Should be snowing. So that's always good to see. But yeah, so we are simply just doing a little cleanup now on our catching up on our burn pile stuff. We're also going to take a look at things that in particular are going to be my look at decorations that we have. I'm going to show you my wreaths that I have. I actually have to go dig out a couple of wreaths. They're hiding on me right now. Show you what those decorations look like. And then especially what we've been working on, because as you guys know, we've been working on our silhouettes, our holiday decorations that are on the house. Those are up. Give you guys a quick little tour on my my other stuff that I have too, as far as my Christmas trees and whatnot. So got a few things to catch up on in the greenhouse right behind you. We're in a good spot. So hey, how's it going? Welcome. Greenhouse, I've got my next round of lettuce are germinating, so we're going to be in the greenhouse a little bit on the stream here too, just kind of show that to you guys and see how that's progressing. So there's goodness with that. I'm going to get this out of my pocket. I got something in my mic equipment is in my pocket, and this time of year I try not to have anything in my pockets because it's never going to see it. So man, we're doing really well. I appreciate it. We're here in northern Michigan, so do me a favor when you guys hop in the chat, make sure you let me know where you're from. If you can give me a like, that's great. Hit me up with hype if you have hype, if that's an option. Would love that. And if I haven't earned your subscription, hopefully I earn your subscription. If you like outdoor gardening stuff, although like right now it's not a lot of gardening. We're simply just taking care of some burn barrel projects right now, which is very important out here in the country. Just keeping an eye on, easiest way to maintain and take care of this. We do have a spot for our cardboard in the area, but I only got a couple here and I needed to get the fire going. So we're just going to take care of it all here. So, oh, awesome. Oh, wow. Hey, Syria, man, you are going, hopefully for you, Syria, it's been a level of stability that's taken over for you. We got folks from Denmark. Awesome. Hey, good to see everybody coming in from across the pond here. We are in, like I said, we're in northern Michigan, and we've had quite a bit of snow come down recently in a very short amount of time. And we're getting ready to get another Probably another 10 inches of snow by the end of the weekend. So we should be, you know, up to here, which is going to be great for everyone, especially for, like, for our folks that like to do the cross country skiing, like to be out. It's going to have a good base level layer down, so it'll be great. So yeah, so again, I'm in northern Michigan. So in the United States, I'm in the state that looks like a mitten. When you look on the globe, it looks like a mitten somebody's got on like a hand. That's the state I'm from. But man, I'll tell you, it has been it's been a you know, what's my puppy doing out there? Oh, got the neighbor's dog barking at me, like usual. So but yeah, it's been a day. I'll say it's been a week, because you can see, and I'll be able to show you. If I just go down here, you guys can just see I'm like right there, green grass. Yeah, green grass was lit. Yeah, it was beautiful out here just a little bit ago, and now it's different type of beauty, right? Oh man, it's starting to warm up. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, this is one thing. I try not to run this burn barrel, except really if it's after a rain. If it's rain, like I got a little light mist out here, or if I've got snow cover. There's just especially around here, we got so many leaves, and just it's dry around here a lot. I don't really want to start any fires that shouldn't be in here. You know what I mean? But what's this guy doing? Looks good. So yeah, again, I'm gonna get some more stuff put in here, and then we're gonna go take a look in the greenhouse here for a second. Gotta get this guy rolling here pretty good, because I do want to get the greenhouse, get you guys into the greenhouse, kind of see what I got going there. We've got, listen, I have this next round of lettuce is already germinating. We're on our last bit of the lettuce for the chickens right now. So I gotta get in there. We'll have another stream here very soon, where I will be, oops, we don't want that. Just go out. There we go. We got some over here. You always tell when the fire goes out, because all of a sudden it gets nice and smoky here. There we go. Burn that stuff off. There we go. But we got the next round of lettuce coming out here for the chickens. They're done there. So we got our next bit going. Onions are looking good. We could drink beers too. Yeah, absolutely. Hello everybody. So we got to get in and take a look at that. That's going to be important to make sure we're staying on top of that, because I do have a lot of my and part of the reason I have the greenhouse is to make sure that the chickens have fresh veggies as well. Like, that's important. We want to make sure that they are staying up with their health as well. But also got to, just for them, they just enjoy having something different to pack on than the normal food, because it's rough this time of year for them, because they go from basically being free range to not wanting to get out of the chicken run, like, at all. Like, yuck, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm in Michigan. I'm actually in the United States. I'm in the US. We're here in the state of Michigan. And like I saying, we just got dumped on over the last few days. We should be getting, even here, you're probably going to see some more snow. Actually, it's starting to snow again right now. We've got lake effect bands of snow that are coming through. We had a pretty strong low pressure system came through, and it basically kicked out all sorts of snow for us and everything and whatnot. So, which I'm trying to dry off a lot of this stuff so it'll burn a little bit better too, because this has obviously got some snow in it, and the stuff have been wet, but we're getting there. But you can see again just how much wind we're getting, and every time that wind's blowing, it's picking. If we're going to get more storms or more lake effect snow, is going to make its way across, which I'm sure you guys are seeing. We're getting just little bits, and this is really what it's like for us here in this area this time of year, going into December, January, and February. If the wind blows from west to east, we're getting snow down here. So yeah, no worries. Yeah, gasoline. I've already got some fuel oil that I dumped in here to get this thing kick started. So we're good. We're good. Yeah. No. Now this is all what we're burning off here is also just the scraps from my my winter projects, or my holiday outdoor decoration project we had too. I had a bunch of scrap left over. So we're gonna go take a look at that in a second as well too. I want to get this next next pile really built up and everything heated up. So when it does start snowing again, there we go. That's better. There we go. That's looking better. It does start snowing, it'll stay doing its thing. So let's go check out in the greenhouse real quick for some of you folks that are familiar with the greenhouse here. So, but you can see we are just snow everywhere. There you go. Got that fire going really well. Love the fact I can just leave it and not have to monitor it. So it's in the greenhouse here. You know, for those that are, you know, longtime viewers, you know, you've been in here a few times. So for those that haven't been in here before, this is where it's at. I had an actual little bit of an emergency happen over Thanksgiving. Get this thing closed here. There we go. Over Thanksgiving, you can kind of see with the cardboard there and everything on a spot here. So I had to break out my backup, my panels for my greenhouse here. We had some 60-mile-an-hour gusts that came through, which isn't really common for this time of year, and blew out a few of these, my panels. So yeah, we'll get to the chickens in a second. You can count on that. They're just inside really unhappy right now. But we had to get in here, and so this one had blown out. That's right by you over here. And then this one. So we had to come out in the storm, in the actual, while stuff's going sideways, replace these out, which is fine. It's easy to do. It's just, you know, obviously when it's snowing and going sideways, it's not trying to be there again. So I appreciate everybody who's hitting thumbs up. Again, do me a favor when you hit the, thank you very much. When you hit the thumbs up there, please make sure you hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, gets me out to more folks. And be sure to comment and let me know how things are going. So, yeah, down to our last bit of lettuce here. Like, you know, this is stuff that I'm growing here. So this butter type lettuce. I want here specifically for my chickens and also for us just in the house if we want to have, want to have some fresh lettuce. See, that's going there. This guy needs to get transplanted probably this weekend. I have my, where I have the sunflower here, right? I just want to have a sunflower growing in here this year. So we got this as well too. Gonna have to repot that and that'll probably happen. So just so you guys know, it gets down to probably about 19, 15 degrees. And the way I have this set up is I actually have a heater that goes in here that kicks on when it gets to around 40 degrees to bring the temperature up and everything. So, I like to do lettuce just because I have it around here. So I don't always just do lettuce, but lettuce is really the biggest thing, one of the easier things to grow. And I eat it a lot. Plus my chickens, it's cheap for my chickens. So I have that. Other stuff that we're growing too, for me, I've got onions that are doing their thing right here. And again, these are going to be I do a lot of Japanese cooking. So I like to have fresh onions growing so I can have green onions anytime I need them. But then you also see like here, this is just where I've got this going as well. Lots of different lettuce options for, you know, the chickens and everything. So, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a surprise. Oh, look, everyone, subscribe. Anyways, it was a little bit of a shock when I came out here and had like the stuff blown out because we've been through, oh God, tons and tons and tons of storms and never had an issue. Like one time, and it was pretty legitimate when we had it. But so yeah, anyways, no worries. Now I got my next round of lettuces going. I know it's a lot of lettuce here, but this time of year where I like to have a lot of this going just for the chicks to help them be there. So again, the lettuce that's here. So the way you have to do this here, just FYI, so like in this cold type environment, or just really any environment, but in this type of environment, I have underneath here are warming pads that keep the temperature of the soil here right around 70 degrees. Right, and I keep this top on here just to keep the moisture where it's at. But the vast majority of seeds, at least that we're familiar with, that we deal with when we grow in our gardens and things like that, they need the temperature to be about 70 degrees in order to germinate. Like that's where a lot of stuff is at. Okay. So what I do is I get it here to germinate. And once it's germinated and established, I can take it off the heating pad and it's perfectly fine in cool, colder weather. Like, what we do here on the stream, we're here for all of this, is that I'll have stuff going. It'll be great here in the, here actually in the greenhouse. And I will get, again, brassicas going. So that's going to be our So tomatoes, they need a lot of sun. Like they're really like, and I'd have to have this thing fully heated. That's why. Like I have to have heat like actually pouring into this thing. So this time of year is really just to have things growing and preparation for the spring. Like that's what this greenhouse is for. And flowers, and you'll see. But what happens around February timeframe, I get in here to work on brassicas, which are your broccoli, your cauliflower, Swiss chard, but it's not a brassica, but you can kind of get where I'm going there. The Brussels sprouts, and then a whole bunch of lettuce, and I'll have that going, and beets and a lot of some different items to get them started, and then transplant them in out here into the garden, which is just on the other side here. And what ends up happening, so they can live out there just fine. They'll even be there for um spinach. Yeah, actually I do grow spinach as well too. So oh well, I'm sorry. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Everybody give a little hey, happy birthday something in the chat here. Again for RXK. All right. But we'll have these out here, but that's a greenhouse is really for. It's for extending the growing season. It isn't necessarily for having all the growth happen in here. Like that's a big thing. And where I'm at in Northern Michigan, we are going to be down to almost no like very, very little light here coming up in the next couple weeks. By the time we get to December 22nd, it's going to be wake up, it's already dark when I go to work, and it'll be dark when we're coming home. So that's just that. So yeah, we got stuff going on here. Again, we're just kind of in a maintenance phase at this moment. I've here in the next probably tomorrow, I've got some insulation here that I've got to put along this wall at the point now where this is going to be, this wall needs to be insulated as well too, instead of just with the bubble wrap here. Again, just to keep everything kind of there. But yeah, so that's the greenhouse. We're doing pretty good, pretty happy with it. Let's go check on the fire and see if I got to feed anything to it. But you know, it stays around 40 degrees in there is where I maintain it at. So all right, so let's see. Oh, yep, got it burned down a little bit, as you can see. So we're just gonna pop you guys back over here. I'm gonna restock this bad boy real quick. Let me do a little shovel work first, and then fill this up. Like I said, I got a bunch of this I got to burn down. So to do that, though, we're gonna. There we go. Kind of shake it up just a little bit. And then get our next spot in here. So there's that there. Yeah, yeah. But we're again, and the greenhouse that I have, this is it's interim. I have another one that's we're gonna be building another one in the spring or in the summer maybe. What are you doing down there, guys? Come on, there we go. There we go. Don't be silly. So yeah, this greenhouse, it's been great. I've had it for a couple years, but it's going to be definitely time for it to move on to something a little bit different. I have folks around here that are asking for and take advantage of my greenhouse for all the stuff and my garden. Like this year I grew a ton of stuff, and the entire area was more than happy to come and purchase stuff from me and ask, and I had an opportunity to give out a lot of stuff too. So I want to make sure that that's still something that I can do. And to do that, to meet the need, I need a larger greenhouse. Like that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to turn this way. There we go. Let that defrost off that way. So we're going to be building a larger greenhouse here coming up. And again, I'll do that live on the stream like I do with pretty much everything, guys. That comes out here to work in there. So you'll see that. And we also got to build out a new chicken coop and a run as well too. So that has to happen. And because I'm going to move them out of my garden because I need more space. 'Cause my chickens are currently in my garden, and they need to move elsewhere. I want them actually in the backyard instead of in my instead of the garden. So, all right, so let's go check out the chicks. Let's see here. I hate the snow too. It's like my least. Ugh. And I moved back. I used to live in Guam and Hawaii. I had to move, obviously for work, but moved back. Yeah, but yeah, the snow. It's just one of the things that we have around here. So we're in my garden. So just to kind of give you guys a. There's my greenhouse back there, into my garden. Right, it's 25 by 50. It's a decent sized garden. And then we got my chicken run here, which has been covered up with. This is weed barrier that you would put in there. And then my chickens. We're gonna actually take you guys off the stand here. So you can see there's my greenhouse, right? We're gonna come out here. Hey girls, how's everybody doing? So they're currently working on our Christmas or the Thanksgiving turkey. And then I just dropped off this on the way out here. A little bit of, there's Honey. Everybody knows Honey. Say hi, Honey. Yeah, you doing good? But, they're out here doing what they can. I got, they're still their first year, so they've never really ventured out too much into the snow here. They're trying to avoid it at all cost. But it's a good little spot for them. There's just enough in here. They're just going to be bored. So a lot of this is just keeping them fed, and I'm going to be bringing some stuff in here to keep them entertained. Because, like everybody, they're going to be a little bit bored. I mean, they've had the entire garden to do stuff with. And now everything's frozen over, so I don't blame them for being a little cranky. Grow some iceberg lettuce. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah. We do a lot of specialty ones per se, but actually a lot of the lettuce that we're growing right now currently, like a TV, no, like little games for them to play and stuff like that. That's what I mean entertainment. So let me flip this around real quick. This here and do this here. There we go. So, what was I going to say here? Oh, so a lot of lettuce that we're doing, it's actually stuff that I've harvested this year. So, hey, Susan, I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm well, all things considered. It's, flipping frozen out here now. But, okay, so for those of you here, quick update on the winter, like the holiday displays that we were working on, right? Which are cutouts that are backlit. We've got them up on the property now, as you can see. So the way this works is these are attached to the building, like my actual house, and they're backlit. So when in the evening, they have their silhouettes, and they look really sharp. If you go, if you subscribe, hopefully on your subscription, but if you go to my channel page, you will see, I'm actually close. I'm in Michigan. I'm in northern Michigan. But if you go to my channel page, you will see images of this. I took some pictures and I uploaded a short as well too, just to kind of show what this looks like. But it looks pretty sharp when these things are going. As you can see, it was Thanksgiving yesterday, so I kept some of my Thanksgiving stuff up just for fun. On stream the other day, we built this out. I do my own wreaths. They're really, once you have the actual like hardware, wreaths are really simple to do. I'm gonna have you say the word out. Out. Yeah, out. Yeah. Trust me, my when I was in the military, I lost my move back. It has come back in a heartbeat in a minute. So again, we got more of the silhouettes over here that we've done. So you can see this here on this side of the house, and this is the side facing the main road. So when folks come by, they get to see, got my little doe here doing her thing with the trees and whatnot. And then along the fence line here, we've got some, the Michigan's definitely there for sure. But we got more of our wreaths, which I've got to go find. I had a couple of my wreaths got blown off, and I do not know where they're at. They are MIA. And, they're somewhere under like a foot of snow here. And I don't know where I'm going to find them, but we'll make an effort. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you guys too, though, was this last piece over here, which is my other holiday displays. These are from a couple of years ago. Yeah, 6 to 10. Yeah, we're looking for the same thing, about another 6 to 10 inches. So we got like some areas. I mean, I think in total we got like 8 inches of snow. Obviously, it's different in different areas. But yeah, we got more coming. So this is my winter displays. I'm going to flip this around so you guys can see this a little closer here, because it's really kind of hard to glove back on because it is cold. So, hey, by the way, everybody, when you're hopping in the chat, it's good to see everybody down here. Make sure you let us know where you're from. We're up here in Michigan. So, again, these are simple years ago, and they've got these, lit up here. I live on a corner, absolutely. I'm not a football guy, but I definitely heard. I did hear today in the coffee shop. There's a few folks who were at games. So, but you can see these here. It's we'll look on the corner here to kind of give you the bigger picture. Like my goal here is to have my property here just look nice. So when folks are coming into town, they get this beautiful look. Hey, Shawnee, thank you. Yeah, look, yeah, sure. Yep, we're right behind you. So you can hey, do me a favor, Shawnee, soak up all of the snow for us so we just get sunshine here in Michigan when you're getting done with it, okay? Do be that solid. But anyways, you guys can see here, these things fold up. They actually have a connector, and then I have them lag bolts to hold them in. And they're actually, you can't really see it, but I have fishing wire right here too to be able to hold them in. But so anyways, that's the look that people have when they're coming by the property. And it looks pretty good. But at night, it looks nice and sharp. I'm really happy with it. So we're coming along. But anyway, Shawnee, yeah, so here's the finish. I don't know if you saw any of the shorts or anything, but when these are all lit up, but it's definitely come together really well. Real happy with how all right, so anyways, let's get back over here, guys. Back on this side of the house. Yeah, the poor chicks, we were just looking at them. They're some frozen cluckers, that's for sure. They're not happy right now. But yeah, we haven't, I'm really surprised that we haven't had the snowmobile, like the sleds have not been out yet. And normally, yeah, I'm lucky. You mean as in good luck or bad luck? Just curious. I got some luck on the weather. Oof. It's been a day to say the least. All right, let's see how we're doing over here. Gotta hop back over here. Okay, it's burned down. So yeah, for those that are just kind of joining, though, we are in the middle of serious stuff, little cleanup action right now. Basically, we're doing some burning. Oh, it could be worse. Oh, yeah, 100%. Could be worse. That's for sure. I've been in lots of places over here that have worse weather than this here. For sure. I mean, I'm just being grumpy old man, just to be fair on this. So it's good to have everybody kind of stopping by. It's good to see you. Hopefully everybody had a chance to eat way too much food yesterday. For those in the U.S. that participate, I did my part. Lots of chicken, lots of all the good stuff here. So, oh man, out here, I'll hand you some. Here you go. Take it with you. You can have it all. Oof. Yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've lived in places where we haven't had the snow, and I mean, I really enjoyed it. So we're gonna keep this guy out. I got a plan for him. But I mean, we live here. It's part of the deal. You just know it's there, that you're gonna be dealing with it. So it's like getting upset the sun rises. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen whether you complain about it or not. Although I will admit, it is fun to complain about it, and everybody gets involved. But this also is like one of the most Midwestern dad things you can do here is simply just, oh, you cooked the whole meal. That's awesome. Yeah, I do most of the cook. I do most, if not all, the cooking for us. Although I had my mom bring some stuff the other day. Wait, what's that? Yeah, there you go, Sophie. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we had, trying to think here. When did I American family moved to Dubai. Okay, Dubai. Okay, yeah. Oof. Well, you can go up. They've got skiing at that one spot in Dubai, right? They have indoor skiing there, so you can go check that out. I was gonna say though, no, it's good though. When it comes to cooking, I definitely have been absorbing as much of those duties as I can. I do, and I just enjoy it too. I like making food for people. It's kind of one of those things, you know what I mean? That everybody's kind of got their own little thing that they do. And for me, feeding people has become really just a joy for me. It's kind of come almost like a central purpose at this point. For those that know, I spend an awful lot of time here. One of the reasons I have the garden is to make sure that we have fresh food, fresh vegetables and some fruits available for my area, for my neighborhood in this part of the county. And I partner with the food bank a lot of stuff too. So, but yeah, make the whole meal. I'm assuming it's turkey soup today, would be my guess. Shawnee, I'm assuming that. I've got a whole bunch of, I've been souping it up lately, so I don't know if I'm going to be making any soup or not. There's been a lot of soup leading up to the holidays this year. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Oh man. Oh, it's just so wild too this year. We're getting snow in directions that we normally don't get snow, or we haven't in the past. So there's definitely some changes in the like in the prevailing winds and the weather we're having. Come on now. What are you doing? There we go. Don't be dumb. Which is affecting a lot of stuff, but especially like the amount of snow we're getting, the depth of snow, and how it's going, which all things considered isn't terrible. It's good to keep things, keep us on our toes around here, because we are definitely getting chilly. Turkey wild rice. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. That is gonna be good. Yum, 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 yum. Love every bit of that. Trying to think so one of the things that if someone says in there as far as making alcohol, one of the things that my grandma used to do this time of year, getting into December, she would actually make Applejack, which is a fermented apple juice, like hard cider, and then you distill it down using the freezing method. So it'd just be outside, and as the temperature dropped, you just pull the ice out of there, the slushy ice, and it would slowly distill it down to where it was just that basically just the alcohol that she wanted left in there. And the stuff tasted amazing, but man, was it just pure headache fuel. Oof, man. Like it was all headache material. That's it. So but yeah, that's one thing. And depending on where you're at, it may or may not be legal. So just keep that it should be legal where in the US, but again, I'm obviously no lawyer when it comes to this stuff, so. Yeah, I tell you, it's good to be out though. We had, so let's see here. For those that are also following the just update at the coffee shop. So we were open yesterday just to give or to hand out orders for croissants. We do fresh croissants at our coffee shop, and it's the first year we did it. We had a really good response. A lot of people coming. We were only open between 8 and 10 for folks to just come grab their croissants, and then basically a box of coffee and go on their way. But it was just so great to have all the people coming through and supporting us as we're building out the coffee shop and everything. So there's that. And also I'm basically on the last bit of my doing the financials per se, and all my projections, be making an offer on another building with that salon. It'll be next week. So put an offer in on that, and hopefully we'll be able to get that locked up and get that deal closed in the next few months, so I can kind of have it up and running and get all the marketing and everything kind of set up going into the tourist season here in the summer. So it's kind of the hope. If you guys are interested in learning more about that, and that'll be on this that will probably be on my alternate channel. I'll put a link to my alternate channel one of these days in my description there, which is my business channel. where you can see a lot of like the business commentary and stuff they do, which today's video that I had was actually MIT did a study and they're saying 11% of jobs currently can be replaced and should be replaced with AI. Like they've done all this math and other stuff here, and that's kind of where they're at. And I think and to be fair, I think that number's low, but anyways, I do commentary on things like that. So as well, and stuff I talk to my business clients about as well. So if you're interested in that stuff, you can find out my other channel. So do a little bit more here, and then got one more box to get rid of. Got a few more pieces I want to burn down, and then we're gonna call it a day. I don't really feel like being out here all day burning these down. It's I'm this guy too. It's definitely a Midwestern dad thing. I don't want to burn everything because I also want to make sure if I want to get out of the house and just have something to do, I can come back out here and grab this stuff. So yeah, get after it. Always good to have a little bit of stuff so I can sneak out of the house. Say, oh, I gotta go burn that stuff. Let me just sneak out of the house real quick and go spend an hour. Instead of being cooped up. But hopefully, I don't know if any of you guys partaking, I guess for the holidays coming up, hopefully everybody's either got a good start on their Christmas, however you practice list for the holidays. I am currently in the process. I'd say I'm about a third of the way done with my gift purchases right now, which is for those that don't know, that's extremely good for me. I am usually like the last guy getting stuff, hustling, minus one or two things that I've already thought about that I want to do. But that's very unlike me to be this far ahead. So hopefully you guys are either taking advantage of today or, for the Black Friday sales, which we all know start in August now, because you got to move all those sales forward, right? There's that, or they got Cyber Monday on, whatever. Or, if you're going a different route this year, which I know a few people, they're not going to be buying like many presents this year. They're actually just going more experiences and hanging out with people and talking with them. Like that's their plans with family. It's just because they can't afford to, they don't want to go into a bunch of debt for gifts and stuff too, which again, on my side, I think that's great. If that's the decision you want to make, nothing wrong with that. Make sure I don't do a whole melting on my screen here. All right. What was that real quick? I got to do a quick. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I lost you guys for a second there. But anyways, whew, we're getting a fire going now, folks. This is getting nice and toasty. I don't think I want to go inside. This feels so great right now. Yeah, growing up, at an early age, I realized why all the adult men always made their way out to the, or always burning stuff, or was always a burn pile or something going on. It's a good place to hang out, not gonna lie. Oof, let's not melt my phone today. My goodness. Oof. Yeah, fire, right? We're getting stuff going. The wind is doing a little bit of, there we go. There we go. So let's just keep an eye on this to make sure we don't have anybody falling out here. Yeah, fire, right? Go back in our Beavis and Butthead days for those that were old enough to. But I know why the adult men are always out here. Oh, this actually is probably going to help melt some of the snow off my greenhouse too, because it's just over here. It's definitely putting out the heat. I can see some drip drop happening already, but oh man, does that feel good. I think some of us, this is, again, for those that have been on the stream for a while, we're all about extremes here where I'm at in Michigan too, because we go from, it'll be 0 degrees here pretty soon, and then other times during the summer it's 100 degrees out here. It just is screaming hot at times. It's definitely extremes. I think I'm a subtropical. I think it's 7B is what the new one that they have for us here. There we go. How many degrees? Yeah, I know, right? I think today, if I remember correctly, whoop. Hey, that's enough of you there. Stop that. Got the fire kind of licking at my ears there. It is 28 degrees out right now, I think. 28 degrees, and we'll be down to like 24 here in a little bit. So yeah, we are, like I said, it was 50 degrees just a couple days ago. We were out here on a stream living our best life, our nice warm life. Gotta keep backing this thing off. An islander, yeah. Trust me, I lived on Guam and Hawaii for quite a few years. I was in the military and I got spoiled. My blood thinned way out. It's just now starting to thicken back up after being back in the US a few years. Year 10 or year 8, I think, since being out of the military. So all right. There you go. You guys can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear that, man, but we're nice and toasty now. Nice and toasty. $20 years, yeah. I know it doesn't normally thicken. It does, especially. I mean, I'll be honest, that whole thick blood, thin blood thing. But man, I tell you, there's something about living on the islands. Which the part that I liked the most about living in the islands, obviously besides the fact that I didn't have to deal with all this frozen precipitation, was I love being able to just walk in the jungle and grab food. Any time of the year, there's always something to eat on a tree. You can just go, or go out on the reef and go grab a fish or something. Like, it was just so nice. It was just there, the abundance of food. As long as you know what you're going after and you know how to deal with it. So, like, that was a big thing. So, but yeah, again, do me a favor when you guys hop in the chat and make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you got any hype, hit me up on the hype train. Not sure if that's a thing when it comes to this type of with the vertical thing here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm working towards 2,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I never thought I was ever going to be anywhere near this, so I appreciate everybody who subscribed. And if you know anyone who likes to watch old dudes do stuff out in the garden, out in their greenhouse, and out wherever, be sure to share it with them. Love to have them on here. We're just a bunch of folks that enjoy, that are positive vibes and good times here. You don't stress out about stuff. So yeah, all the stuff here, all the stuff. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome. Well, there we go. Got my solar panels are finally starting to melt off a little bit here too, which is good. They run power for some of my stuff, so I'm gonna make sure that they're getting cleared off and whatnot. Yeah, positive vibes only is what we don't worry about stuff here. Oh, I wonder. This should be nice and toasty. So this thing is saturated. These are saturated, some pressed wood here. So we'll let them go, see if they dry out, want to burn and everything. So, oh, looks like it was a busy day at the coffee shop too. Just got a note from my business partner. She hasn't been able to leave because they were absolutely slammed with business, which is great. Which means, again, we're a new coffee shop. We've been open just about a little over a year. So folks are really starting to make us part of their routines now, which is what we're looking for. What's going on here? So it is cold, except for right here. It's very warm right by this, which is great. I'm just doing some catching up on some outdoor chores. We've had a few things we were doing in the greenhouse, stuff with the chickens and everything. So, oh yeah, no, oh hey, what's happening, Mary? Long time. Hey, you've been on here. Yeah, that's right. You've been on here before. Appreciate the kind words. Hopefully you had a good holiday. But Yeah. So other thing with the coffee shop too, we're working on. I think we're going to start a Twitch channel for the coffee shop. I think is what we're going to end up doing. Yeah. Oh, gardening and business. Oh no, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. You know, and I put my money where my mouth is. Like I was just telling them, I'm getting ready to buy another building, and get into the salon business. I think. I know I'm buying the building. It's simply just, and it comes with they're actually including the salon in the sale. So I'll have an opportunity to get in the salon business also. So I think it'll be good. But yeah, a lot of the gardening stuff is just outdoor woodworking or outdoor stuff too. All this DIY stuff. You know, one of the joys of having property is you get to take care of your property and do some stuff with it, right? And when I got the property, high on the list was to make sure that I could do gardening and those other things. But also just from the business side, right? Got to have work to do. Got to pay the bills. So restaurants, I have a hard time dealing. I've like a hair salon. Yep, it's gonna be a hair salon. Yep. There's already a salon there, and like I said, the person who owns the building, and they've got an apartment above it. And so, you know, including in the price is the obviously with the apartment, and they don't want to own the salon anymore, so it's all included with the sale. So, I'm currently in Michigan. Thank you for asking here. Again, for a restaurants, the closest I got with the restaurant is really the coffee shop. I'm not a big fan of restaurants. It's a very, very difficult business to get into, and frankly, it's really hard to get one going and be profitable right now. All of the math is against you as a restaurant owner. If you have a single restaurant, it's as in just one, it is very difficult to be profitable at the moment. The way that everything costs, it's just very difficult. So, you know, I try to advise everybody, if you want to get into business, that's cool. Just be careful and make sure you know the math here. So, got 8 inches in Ohio. So yeah, and everybody's getting ready to get a hit again too, snow wise. We're all getting ready to get hammered with more snow. That's coming. But so yeah, that's again for the restaurant. That's why. And you know, we serve food, you know, in the coffee shop. So it's a cafe coffee shop where it's set up. But anything other than that, like I say, you have to have at least 2, if not 3 separate restaurants in order for the math really to work out on it. So that's the spot we're at. Oof. The barrel is heating up. Like, see, that one wasn't touching. Here. You said a pack rat is crying right now. Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to. There's a lot of these boards. I'm sure I can find a use for it somewhere sometime, but plywood and OSB is pretty cheap. You know, I can always just go pick more up. This stuff is not expensive. And again, we did good work with it. Like I say, with what we wanted to do with our plywood for building out our stuff here and everything. So good. Do I live there? Yeah, I live here. Yep. Oh yeah. So Ohio State hey, listen, I'm not a sports dude. I know my whole area is getting excited for all that. I have no doubt that it's going to be, from what I've seen, Michigan's been having a rough year this year. So, you know, after having a couple good years, it tends to happen, right? But yeah, this is where I'm at in Michigan. We moved back, and again, I lived in Portland, Maine for a few years before I moved back here. And you know, I'm a business coach, exit planner. I work around the country. I have clients in Canada and around the U.S. So I can do it from anywhere. So we moved back here. It's where I'm from originally, in Michigan. So I want to come back here, help take care of family as they're getting older. And it's also be able to help out in my area. You know, I'm an elected official, as I mentioned before, multiple spots here. So, oh, you've been in the Philippines for 3 years. So, oh, look at you, the Philippines. So you've already been doing Christmas now since October 1st, if you're in the Philippines, right? So, but you just don't have the snow. Yeah. But anyways, as far as moving back, that was kind of the plan. And then I had the house built and just been building out this section here. But like I said, as far as an elected official, I'm on our school board. I'm on our local village council. I'm going to try to run for our county commissioner here in a little bit to try to continue to help out and, you know, make sure this portion of the county is taken care of and whatnot. So more like September. Okay. Oh, you're stuck in California. I'm sorry to hear that. What is that here? More like it's, yeah, September. I know, right? But you guys have Jollibee. You have Jollibee over there. So I'm very, very happy for you. You get that, you know, small price to pay. Yeah, when we were in Guam, we had a lot of folks from the Philippines that would come up, and we had to have the stores would have all the Christmas stuff up starting in October. And when I asked about that, they said, yeah, it's just for all of our Filipino guests. They expect to see Christmas this time of year. But oh man. All right, so let's get these almost done here. Ended up being pretty nice out here, warming up a little bit. These guys, it's going quicker than I expected, so I had this going a little slower. So I appreciate everybody hopping in. I'm not in Alaska. I'm actually in Michigan, which might as well be, you know, southern Canada. I'm here in the lower peninsula of Michigan, northern Michigan, and yeah, we just had a bunch of snow drop out here and stuff. So yeah, no Alaska. Oh, you do have Jollibee in California. Heck yeah, you do. We had Jollibee in Hawaii when I lived there. Man, was that good too. And nothing like ketchup spaghetti. It's the best. So, oh, you went to college in Alpena. Cool. Yeah, I did most of my college out of state when I was in the military, but it was a family. My family has been to college in different areas. So let's see how hot we're dealing with right now. All right, so yeah, we're definitely heating up out here. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry, but it don't get no better than this. I mean, again, just for a dad, grandpa, this right here is just happiness for anybody that knows what I'm talking. Anybody knows experiences this. So, man, it don't get better. What are you doing today? I'm burning stuff outside. Give that all day. Oh, but so for the rest of today, honestly, the rest of the day is going to be, I'm going to go inside, do some chilling. I've got some client work I got to finish up here in a little bit. And then, out here, it's so expensive. Absolutely. Yeah. Here, I'm here to help. Again, please live vicariously through me. Here to help. Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. Jollibee is one of those things too, that is, the nostalgia of it, right, is more, than anything else. Plus, a lot of what they offer Jollibee has been co-opted by other businesses too, as well. But anyways, I got some more work to do over there, and then tomorrow is getting Christmas set up in the house and outside. I got those last couple things. Like I've got to get all the corn stalks off the house. Get all the tinsel, all of our tinsel and stuff and everything. So I was Air Force, actually. I was in the Air Force for 21 years. I'm retired Air Force. And my brother was Army Reserve. My son-in-law is a Marine. Yeah, so we got family over. So Chair Force, you know what? I always loved it when people said Chair Force. It always cracked me up because I specifically went in the Air Force because that vibe. I didn't actually want to do the other stuff. Oh, snow. So currently the snow that we have is light, fluffy, and cold. See, this is what we're dealing with right now: light, fluffy, and cold. And then we got and then the other stuff that we have is a lot of it's actually icy and slushy for most of the stuff the other day. So that we got is pretty slushy. So there's a really hard pack underneath here too. Like we had a little warmth come through and Let's see here. We're just going to do this. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just had a note come through. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, ask me. One of my favorite things about snow is like I love seeing snow from the window in a warm house and nowhere near it. But you know, out here this stuff is pretty darn annoying. But you can see, I don't know how would you probably can't see it too well, especially with this camera. But it's just this is lake effect snow. It's this I want to say it here. It's not the same as snow that you get from like storms that come through. It's different. So what we have is the wind's blowing across, you know, we have a cold wind blowing across the lake, and then it's got all of this it's a little it's ish powdery. Yeah, it's kind of powdery, but still got a little wet component to it. And so it builds up these storms, these clouds as they're going across the lake. It gets juiced up, right, with all the energy. And then between 5 and 15 miles inland, it starts dumping snow like that. Yeah. So, you know, that's what we're dealing with here right now when it comes to, I think I'm going to keep this one too. I got a couple spots on my chicken run that I want to kind of cover up a little bit better to try to minimize the amount of snow coming in with my girls. So I'm just looking at these pieces as, you know, ways I can just kind of place those up right now. I don't want to do too much construction with it because, like I said, it's a short-term coop and run out there. So, oh yes, I mean, yeah, I will say that much. The number of people I've learned over the years that haven't been around snow, it's pretty wild. You know, stuff you don't think about growing up here is that you know, folks don't have this as part of their, you know, core memories and stuff growing up here as well. So we don't like summers here. Yeah. I am all about summer. I absolutely loved being in the tropics there, especially out in Guam where it was 80, you know, it was 85 every single day and 80% humidity, 90% humidity. I loved every bit of that. So if you, for you guys, I've tried this way. I live right here along Lake Michigan. Thank you. Yeah. Yellow snow. Appreciate that one. A lot of folks got to learn that. Hopefully you learned that from someone and not the hard way. Although there are times where folks do learn that one the hard way. So we're going to place this here. All right, get this back inside here. All right, folks, we are done with that. So I am going to call it today for the stream. I appreciate everybody who hopped on here. It was good to see everyone. So again, hopefully I earned your subscription today. We're going to have, that's yellow snow. It's animals relieve themselves. Yellow. Sorry about that. But it was good to see everybody here. I will be in the greenhouse here. Probably not tomorrow, but this weekend for sure. I've got some more stuff that I got to start up. So if you want to join me in the greenhouse and see what goes on in there and how that operates, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when to go live. All right. Take care, folks. We'll see you later.